Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I hope you guys are doing well. We are in the sixth day of our Evolve and Emerge challenge, or days of that God has called us to be on. The Lord gave it to me on July 10th, that we should start on July 11th and go to July 31st with talking about how we shall evolve and how we shall emerge. And it has been great. I've been getting good and bad responses, which is always a good thing. So I'm excited about that. So today I want to talk to you about one simple thing that I'm sure that every one of you have experienced, every one of you have gone through, every one of you have felt the pain and the hurt of, and that is no one is coming to help you. I have to say that to you like that because I'm pretty sure that each one of you have been in situations or circumstances where you felt like you needed help, you needed rescuing, you needed somebody to come for you, you needed that, and no one is coming to help you. And when I say no one is coming to help you, I'm not saying that you don't have friends that call you and check on you. You don't have people that are concerned about your life. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this, is that even though people can call you after a traumatic event in your life, after you have gone through troubles and trials, they can call and they can check on you. At the end of the day, and at the end of the situation, you are the only one that has to pass that test. And so I'm reminded of a video clip that I saw on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure some of you have seen it, of a young man who was running track. And as he was running track, I think he pulled a hamstring or something. He pulled something in his leg, and he couldn't complete the race as fast as he could before. And he was so devastated. He cried and he cried, but he decided to continue with the race, and he kept going. But out of nowhere, out of the stands, came his father. And what I love about this is that his father came down. The security tried to stop him. The officials tried to stop him. He says, "No, that's my son. I'm going to help my son." And so he came down and he helped his son to get across the finish line. My point with that is that many people can help you to get across the finish line, but you still have to finish the race. You cannot pass the baton to someone else and say, "Here, you complete the race." This is not a 4x4 or 4x1 where you can pass the baton. No, this is a race that you have to complete, that you have to finish for yourself. This is something that you have to do for yourself. So let me just say to you, just like the story that I just told you about, I want to read you a particular scripture that is so very great. And this goes exactly with what I'm saying today. And that is Daniel, the 6th chapter and the 16th verse. And I'm reading, I think, out of the NIV. It says, "So the king gave the order that Daniel should be brought and thrown into the lion's den. The king said to Daniel, 'May your God, whom you serve, continually rescue you.'" Let me give you the background story of that. Daniel was a great, faithful man of God. That's what the Bible says. It says he was a faithful man of God. And Daniel was chosen to be a representative. And so everyone was trying to find fault in Daniel. Everyone was trying to find some things that they could use against Daniel, but they couldn't find any fault with Daniel. So Daniel was just an exceptional man, had great, excellent qualities, everything. But what they could always count on is that they could always count on Daniel serving the Lord. They could always count on Daniel being in the presence of the Lord. They can always count on Daniel praying. They can always count on that. And so they have put this decree out that that no one was to serve any other god, no one was to pray to any other god, except unto the God that the king had put out for them to. And I'm paraphrasing here, you guys. I'm paraphrasing. And so when the king put out the decree, they brought Daniel to the king and said he's broken the law 3 times a day. He goes down on his knees and he prays before his God. And the group of men found Daniel praying, asking God for help. So they sent word to the king, and so Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. But what I love about this is that when the king brought Daniel before him, and he says to him, and I'm gonna read verse 15. 6 and 15, it says, "Then the men went as a group to the king," as a group. People that come against you will always come against you as a group. They never come by themselves. They always get conspirators and other people to group up and come together to come against you. So they went as a group unto the king and said to him, "Remember, O king, that according to the law of the Medes and the Persians, no decree or thing that you have written that the king issue can be changed." So the king gave the order The king gave the order that, watch this, that Daniel was to be thrown into the lion's den. This is the words that I love. He says, may God, may your God, whom you serve continually rescue you. If you don't know nothing else about what I just said in the story, other people might not be able to come rescue you, but the God that you serve continually. I love the fact that the king acknowledged the fact that Daniel served God continually. Let people know that, that your dedication to the Lord, your dedication to your craft, your dedication to your ministry, your dedication to your business, your dedication to entrepreneur, it's going to, watch this, it's going to rescue you. Anything that you put time in is going to rescue you. It will give you something in exchange. So I love this, that the king has said to Daniel, he says, may the God that you serve continue to rescue you. The king went to his chambers. He did not have any music brought to him. He did not have any snacks or food or anything. He was fasting that night, but he could not sleep. I promise you that your enemies that are trying to come against you, they are not going to be able to sleep because of the wrong that they have done against you. And those that came as a group, they're not going to be able to sleep as well. They're not going to have peace. And so what I love about this is that while he wasn't getting sleep, Daniel was evolving. This is so very good. Daniel he had to adapt to his situation, to his circumstance, and everything that was around him. He had to adapt to the light or the non-light that was in the den. He had to adapt to the roars and the groanings of the lions that were in the den. He had to adapt to the surroundings, to the environment of everything that was there. He had to adapt to all of that, and then he evolved. He started changing the things around him. He started changing himself within a 24-hour or 12-hour. The Bible doesn't say how long he was in the lion's den. But in that time period, he began to adapt and evolve. If you don't know nothing else, you have to adapt and you have to evolve. People are going to talk about you. People are going to come against your ministry, your business, just you as a person. They're going to say all these different things about you, and they're going to come as a group to you. They're going to laugh at you. They're going to taunt you. They're going to do so many things against you. But when you are trying to evolve, as I said the other day, focus on the now. Don't focus on what they're saying. Don't focus on how they're coming against you. Don't focus on the things that they're saying. Don't focus on any of that. Focus on the now and the present of where you are. Adapt to your situation and change your surroundings by your thoughts, by the things that you do. Everything changes by your senses. Change all of that, and then you will emerge. Watch this emerging. Daniel, the king, came in the morning. He pulled the stone that was laid upon the lion's den, and he said, Daniel, are you there? He's calling out for Daniel's name. He's calling out for Daniel's name. He said, at first light, I'm in verse 19. I'm just going to paraphrase. The king got up in a hurry and went down to Daniel. He says, Daniel served the living God, and your God whom you serve continually be able to rescue you from the lions. He's asking him, did the God that you serve, did he rescue you from the lions? Did he do it? I thought all night. I'm paraphrasing again, and this is just my spiritual imagination. I thought all night about you, Daniel, about how can I throw a man in the lion's den without having real evidence? How can I then accuse a man of something without having real evidence? And so watch this. So it says in verse 21, it says, and Daniel said, O king, live forever. Daniel never disrespected the king. He never came against the king's ministry. He never came against the king's kingship. He never came against that. He still respected him. Your evolving also has to do with you respecting the people that disrespect you, that hurt you, that come against you. Even though they do it, you don't bow down or you don't take down to their little things that they do to you. Still respect them in the places that they are. It's okay, because you know your position and you know who you are. I don't have to tear you down. I don't have to tear your name down. I don't have to come against you. I just have to know who I am so that I can adapt, evolve, and emerge, because you're going to cause me to emerge. Watch this emerging. It's so very great. So watch this. So he said, my God, send angels and shut the mouths of the lion. They have not hurt me, because I have been found innocent in the sight of the Lord, and I have done no wrong. I'm paraphrasing this, y'all, but I am in verse 23 now. The king was overjoyed. He was excited that Daniel had not been harmed in the lion's den. He lifted him out with no wounds. He found nothing on them. Let me tell you something. You are coming out of this with no wounds, no hurts, no bites, no nothing. The Lord is getting ready to bring you out because you decided to evolve. First of all, you decided to adapt. You decided to evolve, and you decided to emerge. Now watch this. And so at the king's command, the men who falsely accused Daniel was brought to the throne of the lion's den along with their wives and their children, along with their wives and their children. And before they could reach the floor of the den, the lions had overpowered them and crushed their bones. I'm here to tell you that God will bless you. He will emerge you. Watch this. And then King Darius wrote to all the people of the nations of the men of every language throughout the land. May you prosper greatly. I issue a decree that in every part of my kingdom, people must fear and reverence the God of Daniel. You are bringing hope in this land. You are bringing prosperity in this land because you went through the darkest hour of your life. You went through times where people accused you, they lied on you because you were faithful to your prayer life, because you were faithful to something that you knew was going to prosper and going to bless you. Even though people might talk bad about it, they might say this, they might say that. Oh, I don't go to church anymore. I don't do this anymore. I don't support black ministries anymore. I don't support black businesses anymore. Listen, stick with what God gave you and the things that he gave you and watch him bless you and prosper you. Be faithful in your time with the Lord and watch him bless you. Now, Daniel was out there giving hope to people while he was in the lion's den. I don't know nothing else to tell you, but if I haven't said anything else to you, you are giving hope to people while you're in the darkest moment, darkest time of your life. Listen, I gotta go, but I wanted to tell you that on today. And it's so very important for you to understand that you will have people that come against you. You will have people that write nasty things about you on Facebook, on Instagram, on any type of social media. They will leave bad vibes about you. They will whisper about you and talk to people about you. Let them do it, because every time they bring you to that bad place, every time they bring you to there, God is going to find you innocent. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You don't have to talk yourself up. You don't have to do anything about that. Just let them talk, because what it does is it gives you more publicity. I believe that one of the greatest women that I know of God, that I know that's still living to this day, Dr. Dr. Reams. And she said, watch this, Dr. Ernestine Reams. She said, let them talk. It is the greatest publicity that you could ever get. They will take your name to places and rooms that you have never been in. And I promise you, in this season, people have taken my name to places that I have never stepped into, that I have never been into before. And that's okay with me, because I have been found innocent in the sight of the Lord. So I want to encourage you today to adapt, to evolve, and to emerge. Listen, if you don't know nothing else, know that I love you. I want you to prosper. I want you to grow. I want you to go forward. I want you to do the things that God has called you to do. And I want you to do the things that are in your heart to do. He says, I will that you would be in good health and that you would prosper. That's what he said for your life and concerning us. If you think this video was great, share it with somebody, because I'm sure that somebody might need it. Like and share. I love you guys. This is Pastor Bessie. I'm signing out. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.